But yeah, so
We'll
fun
talk about
fact. So, my wife decided she wanted to run to the store to pick up her prescription, and didn't tell me that she didn't take the kid.
Oh, so now you gotta have to do fatherly duties. Oh, you gotta take care of the child that you brought into the world. Oh, that's so
Right?
terrible. It's so bad.
So terrible. There are times where I try to get the wife to leave the kid. She's like, "No, I'll take him." Okay.
All right, good luck. Have fun. Bye.
Spirit around. Everybody is live. We got everything going good. All right. Everybody ready?
I'm good.
Is it?
1 second here.
Oh no.
All right. Ready?
Let's go.
And we are live. Where'd it go? Okay. I'm messing everything up here. All right.
We are live. No, we're not live. We're not live. Oh damn.
Hello.
Oh.
Welcome to Griffcast Episode 33. Are we on 33 now? Is that what it is? Yeah, 33.
You gotta tell
I
me.
am your
man.
host,
Let me sure.
Griff Moore. We have the full cast of crew tonight. We've got the Caramel Prince. Wild down in the corner.
Hey,
And
brother.
my boy Solid Spanner on.
Hey.
So, welcome to the show. This is the Mature Nerdy Podcast for Immature People, the show where we talk about any and all things nerd, from video games, technology, computer parts, up to and including is Pluto a planet? Welcome to the show. How's everybody doing this week?
Fantastic, baby. Can't complain.
Yep. About the
Can't
same as
complain,
always.
baby. It's like Pinky in the brain. It's the same thing that we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
Oh my god, I haven't seen that show in so long. That's some good. Man, that show was some good
Classic.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
awesome. I love that show. Would watch it all the time. All the time.
I will be back in a moment. I need to go do dad things for a second. You guys have fun.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Don't leave us. Don't leave us with chat.
Oh no.
Don't leave us with chat.
Supervised. I'm supervised.
Supervised.
I've seen what happens when you leave chat unsupervised.
I know we're
Yeah.
going to talk about it more later. You guys play Dying Light?
I did not. I didn't buy it. I know we'll talk about it later. I didn't buy it. I mainly didn't buy it just because I was like, I know I'm only gonna play it for 2 weeks because as soon as Horizon's Forbidden West drops, I'm just gonna
Yeah.
drop the game like a fat chick on a ski lift. So
Yeah, that's how it's going to be for me when
Okay. All right.
it comes down. I'm not going to.
Uh-oh. There we go. Uh-oh. Dollops?
yeah, he was kind of cutting
Yeah.
out for me too. I didn't know if it was like you changing stuff up. He seems good now.
Probably my
Okay.
internet.
All right. So, did everything go okay? Did I miss anything? I got the whole, Daddy, I went poopy, come check my butt.
That's a lot
So-
of information, man. I'm not ready for that.
Welcome to parenting. Anyway,
Yes.
I am going to have a beer tonight, or 3. I'm trying to figure out which way to go
He's feeling
first.
He's feeling spicy tonight.
Yeah, buddy. Like, I got Founder's Porter. Seems delish. Breckenridge Brewery Vanilla Porter. I've had this one before. It's pretty good. And then I got a new one that I haven't tried before. St. George Nut Brown Ale. I think I'm going to go with that one first. Get my old
Nut Brown Ale.
Okay. Get my old claptrap can opener.
Hey, let's go.
Ooh.
Oh, he got the O of approval.
He's all fancy, putting it in a glass and stuff.
Oh, yeah, man.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at that head. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Look at the head on my Nut Brown Ale. Welcome to the show. All right, so that's not bad. That's pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Definitely nutty. Uh-oh.
You like the
You got
nuts in your mouth?
something for me. Oh, thank you.
No,
All right. Anyway, so yeah, I am ready for a nap. I have a beer. Let's have some talk of it. I can't English tonight. You guys are gonna have to carry me. All right, so
English is important.
Yeah. All right, so Sony buys Bungie for $3.6 billion.
They had to do something, you know.
I mean, especially after the acquisition of Microsoft, they're like, well, we got to do something.
Okay, so they said it was not in response. It had been in the works for some time.
So okay, I get why Sony did this.
They couldn't have timed it any better, though. Just, you know.
Like exactly. It's perfectly timed. Like, as soon as that happens, Sony's like, let's slide in here real quick. Like, come on, bro. Like, like if they had it in the work, it happened at the ideal, perfect time then.
So okay,
It was just the power play.
I see why Sony did that, and it actually has to do with the last topic of today. I see why they did this. I don't know why Bungie did it though, because every time they've come forward and Bungie's like, and they're like, yeah, no, we're leaving Destiny alone. Bungie has full control over Destiny. They're doing their own thing with that. So that means that they have other plans for Bungie. Bungie, right. I know, had already had other games in the works, and also, I do know that Sony. So Bungie announced like 2 years ago they're planning to expand the Destiny universe into other media, comic books, TV shows, movies. So
that's where Sony can definitely benefit. Movies, get in the Destiny movie.
Yeah,
now
absolutely.
I would love to see that, but at the same time, it makes me a little nervous because I'm a huge fan of the Destiny story. And I know there's like going to be like 10 people out there going, Destiny doesn't have a story. It's like, yes, it does. So just gotta go look for it. It does.
There's like this gigantic moon thing, and apparently it's a intelligent being. And
Where's
then
the mute button? Where's the mute button?
There's some aliens that you have to fight, and then all of a sudden there's like this light, but we don't know where the light comes from. I mean,
we're working on that.
I played a good amount of Destiny. If we're still working on the story after 2 games, I'm pretty sure there's no story then.
Oh, the story actually starts about a couple 100,000 years before the first game. You just gotta read it.
So now I have to read.
Yeah. So for people who don't like to read,
there's approach.
For those who don't like to read, there are people who read it to you on the internet. So
now I gotta pay for that. So now I gotta play the game, and now I gotta pay to read.
No, you can do it on YouTube. You can do it on YouTube.
Like a bedtime story.
Yeah. There's this one guy. His name is he goes by, my name is Bife, and like he reads it to you in like a smooth British accent. Nighttime music for me. Anyway, so one thing though that was very interesting that I read yesterday is that a third of the $3.6 billion to buy Bungie was actually there to keep employees at Bungie. Because apparently, as soon as this purchase went through, there was like a whole group of people that are getting ready to jump ship.
Yeah, I mean that happens when any business gets bought. You know, things are the new people is going to come through and clean house.
Yeah, this does give me hope though, because any time that somebody buys Destiny and then Bungie splits, Destiny just gets better. So, they came out with Destiny 1, Bungie's owned by Microsoft. They split, they go their own way. Destiny 1 gets better. They get bought by Activision. They release Destiny 2. It's a hot pile of garbage. They split from Activision. The game gets better. So,
Yeah,
that's
we'll
what happens
have to
here.
see how it goes.
So I'm guessing we're just waiting for the jump ship, and then at that point in time they're gonna be like, okay, we're good.
By that point, we'll have Destiny 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just more stuff to buy.
Yeah. Like, I'm there for the long haul for Destiny, as long as it doesn't go, like, way out there. But no, this is a very interesting acquisition for Sony. Not the way I thought they would go personally, but if they're going to help them get into movies and shows and comics, like, why not?
Yeah. It's a good choice, and it's a lot more affordable. It's been $70 billion for, games that are extremely outdated.
Yeah. Another thing too is that so should we just do the number 10 and just bring it into this, because it kind of goes with it.
Go ahead.
Yeah, sure.
So
It makes sense.
yeah, it makes sense. I should have thought about that a little bit better. And we'll do number 4 too. We'll bring it in afterwards, and then we'll go to number 3. So, all right, just follow me. I got it. I'm dyslexic, so it's in order for me. All right. So one of the reasons that Sony bought Bungie was because of Bungie's experience with live service games. Sony currently has, during their last was it profit call or whatever it's called, they actually they announced they're planning on having 10 live service games by 2026, and that's a lot of live service games.
Oh yeah.
And
so they
support
basically
all of
want
them and keep content coming with all of them. That's all.
Yeah,
It's too much.
it really is. Like, because like even Blizzard wasn't doing that. Like Blizzard had 2 live service? 3 technically. They had World of Warcraft and Hearthstone, and then Overwatch. Kind of. They just came out with new skins and maps every once in a while, and everybody was happy with it.
Yeah.
So like a company as big as Blizzard still wasn't doing 10 live service games. So I'm curious. That's gonna be a stretch. Like,
Yeah.
They have to be vastly different, to differ from one another. If not, like, why put out, Game 6 if it's identical to Game 1?
As
It
a
sounds like they're
first
just trying to flood the market.
Oh, yeah.
flood the market,
misfortunate.
kill the genre.
Well, it's just like whatever time they plan to release those, it sounds like they're just trying to conquer, the market during whatever time those come out. I mean, if they are all going to release around the same time, it sounds to me like that's maybe their plan. I don't know, though. It's just a thought.
Yeah. I mean,
It also
I think it's
depends.
a terrible strategy, but, I mean, it makes sense. Flood the market.
That's a
Take
terrible
over.
strategy, but it's, a lot of these big CEOs, they don't really have the best strategies. The only thing they know is just throw money at it. It'll probably work.
Oh yeah. And then they're worried about that end number figure. Like,
That's it.
all right, well, if we throw money at it, then we can possibly double or triple our profits in the long run. Not so much.
Yeah. I don't know. It's an interesting thing because, I mean, obviously they're not going to do it all themselves. Like, they have 9 companies under them right now? Something like that?
Sure about that. Maybe a little bit more. I don't know. I couldn't say exactly, but yeah.
So, and like half these games are already in production. And so they're obviously going to probably do it like a staggered release. They're not going to just drop 10 live service games at one time.
Well,
No, I was thinking like maybe like, I don't know, a month or two apart.
I'm hoping more than that. But now I'm getting into the question, what is live service game? So like we know like Destiny, World of Warcraft, live service, cool, sure. But then you said Overwatch. And you say Overwatch is a live service game. I don't know too much about Overwatch. I know it's just, PvP.
Yeah, PvP, first-person shooter.
Call of Duty, Fortnite.
It's kind of like
Call of Duty and Fortnite as live service games.
I would. They are constantly being updated. They are constantly, like, you buy the game and it's not 100% of the game. It's you're buying the game and it's continuously coming out over years.
Okay. So now that's our definition of live service, is just continuous content release.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So now I can see that happening. So my definition of live service games was like it was a game that was live. I mean, constant internet connection, obviously to play, but also to experiment or experience the events in the world. Kind of like how Destiny had like world events. Like you could only experience those world events when you're online, when they were synced up to servers to initiate, so on and so forth. You had to be live to experience the service. Okay,
so the current definition of live service game is a continuing game. Okay. So MMOs are a live service game. Call of Duty is a live service game. Fortnite's a live service game. Path of Exile is a live service game. Diablo 3 is a live service game. There's different genres and different aspects to it. So an example of a game that's close to live service but it's not is Borderlands. Borderlands will get a year of continuous content and then it just stops.
Right.
Same thing with like excuse me.
Bless you. I know what you mean, like games that have like a lot of DLC planned, but at some point it will end.
Yeah. So like Outriders. Outriders is not a live service game, but they're planning on having more content, via an expansion or DLC. Mm-hmm. Whereas like Bungie is like every 3 to 4 months you have a whole new campaign to go through.
Right. So now I can see them doing that, because at first like I felt like there was only like a certain niche that you could do live service games with, and at first I was like, looter shooters like Bungie or like Destiny, like Borderlands and so on. But now, because I started thinking about it when you mentioned how many studios Sony has, and you're like, oh, they only have 9 or so, and it might be around that number, and like if they're having 10, that means every studio is working on this game. Is Naughty Dog making a live service game? But now that we have defined the definition of live service, can you imagine like Last of Us 3 being live service? I feel like that could be possible now.
Yeah, actually, they're talking. One of the rumors is a Last of Us like Clan Wars game from basically an expansion of the multiplayer from the first one.
Because they were talking about they were going to release Last of Us Part 2 multiplayer experience, and then they were like on the fence whether they wanted to have it be a standalone or whatnot. And I mean, they haven't released it yet, so I think they've gone with the standalone version, like what you just said, like the Clan Wars or whatever.
Yeah. So that is something. So I mean, there's all kinds of different things you could do with it. Like it'll be different genres. Like you could do trading card games. You can do first-person hero shooter. You could do third-person hero shooter. Like there's so much. I mean, they could be coming out with a new MMO. Like they could buy up Square Enix and continuously push content for Final Fantasy 14. So that would fall under the live service umbrella.
Imagine them just constantly pushing content for God of War, and like every month a new god is coming around. You gotta take down this new god.
Oh god. I don't know if my Giblets can handle that.
That would be That'd be awesome. It'd be sick. I'd love that.
Or, how about this? Like, the players are choosing heroes based on the gods that aren't dead. And being like in the same universe. I don't know.
You could constantly, I mean, Spider-Man's got so... Spider-Man's got so many villains that, like, you could have live service game with Spider-Man. You know, the new Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely,
Constant villains coming out.
Yep. Yeah, I
So
mean,
now
they could turn around and turn like Marvel's Avengers game. They could turn that into a live service.
So, I mean, live services games have always been possible on PC just because of, you know, the depth of PC and so on and so forth. And now Griff's not listening. But anyway, guys, do you imagine live service being the way for console now that consoles have the power and the, you know, the update capability
Okay, let's get another one.
to push through?
I mean, it's definitely possible. Just you already know, like sometimes some of these updates. The one thing I really feel is the lack of space. But I mean, a lot of these services, especially for consoles. I mean, easy. You know, I mean, right now you have the option for the PS5 to put in SSD.
Yeah.
So I mean, and then you have the expandable slot for Xbox. But after a while, you start running out of space. You're like, snap, I'm gonna have to delete something.
Well, I don't know. Question me if this is wrong, because like with Destiny, I heard with Destiny 2 they started removing planets, right?
Right, and that was to save space for hard drives.
So now, if you have a live service game and you're continuously pulling out content, some of the previous content, if people have played it, or whether people haven't, oh well, it's gone now. So
Yeah.
you can just keep
much
overrunning your content.
They're gonna be like, either you play it during its time frame. If not,
All right.
use that on it.
Yeah.
You know, that scarcity of, you know, getting in on an event could just be another sales reason or another reason to sell the game to try to get people into it. It's like, whoa, you can only do this for a limited time. Better get in on it now. You know, that inevitably brings some people in.
Yeah, I'm kind of that way with Forza 5 right now. I turn on Forza 5 every week because I'm like, oh, let me see what cars they got. This is my only chance to get this car. I might as well do all the races and everything and get all the season points so I can unlock this car. And if it's one of the series car, then that means I gotta do all the seasons. I gotta play all the seasons so I can get enough points across all the seasons to unlock the cars for the entire series. Yeah, man. So it's Forza 5
That's
now.
a lot of grinding.
Is Forza 5 now a live service game just because they have different challenges every week?
Technically, yes.
Essentially.
Yeah. You're playing a looter shooter with cars.
Is Gran Turismo not gonna be the same way then?
Probably.
Uh-oh, that's already one of the 9 down. We figured it out, team.
Slowly but surely, we'll wheedle them out.
We got them.
So
It's probably 2 probably. We got that one. That's 2 games.
yeah.
We got 8 more.
All right. So one more thing about Destiny while we're here. Like, I know a lot of people aren't big Destiny fans like I am. So yeah, Witch Queen as an expansion 4 years after launch of Destiny 2, an expansion to a game has got over 1 million pre-orders.
That's intense.
That's nuts. Like last time I saw, like they were averaging like 700,000 to 800,000 players per day. Like, that is nuts for a 4-year-old game that everybody says is dead.
I never said it was dead.
Yeah. Oh, there are a number of people that are talking. They're like, "Oh, you're still grinding Destiny?" I'm like, yeah. Next expansion, but I'm grinding through a lot. I've been on this bad boy like right on right.
I'm not a huge fan of the continuous grind, which is why I don't play Destiny, but I understand some people are, so I never consider the game dead. But I'm not sitting there grinding. Power to y'all.
Yeah. It's a game I like to return to every now and then, but I myself have not played it in quite some time.
Yeah. That's the thing right now about Destiny is it's not new player friendly. Like, if you leave for 3 years and come back, you're lost. If you have never played Destiny before and you get in right now, you're lost. You need to get with somebody who's been playing for years, and so they can like hold your hand through everything, which is
help me.
The Wikipedia of Destiny.
Like, I try I have tried to help so many people, you know, through their new light experience, because like I've actually been thinking about deleting a character just so I can experience what new players are experiencing today. Like, I don't ever play my hunter, so give me a reason to play my hunter. But like, it's a grind for them, and there is no hand holding. There is no helping the player. They're just like, hey, go here, do this thing. And just like, where is that? And so if you have somebody who can walk you through it, then it's a lot easier.
If not, Google and YouTube are your best friend. Like, no lie.
Or Discord and find a Destiny 2 server.
Yep. There's a Destiny 2 LFG that is fantastic. Or just if you find like a streamer you like, most of them have their own Discords that are new player friendly. Hey, Rathcon.
Hi, Mom.
But all right, we'll move on. All right, so this is just a rumor right now, but so far half the rumors we've heard, at least half the rumors we've heard, have turned out to be true. Gamepass Ultimate might be adding Hulu to its subscription. Like, that would be nuts.
That'd be intense. I mean,
that would definitely be quite a deal, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
like, even if they
Hulu
had
doesn't
like,
have like a ton of great stuff, but I mean, they got some pretty good stuff on there.
we also would have to define how they would be adding it, because they have Disney Plus on there too, but you only get it for like one month or 3 months for free, and then you gotta start paying for it.
right,
Yeah.
but combined, like if you combine them, it's like $10 cheaper per month.
Yeah.
Now, one of the things that I saw was that because obviously it's still a rumor, but they were stating that, you know, like the first like initial 2 months you would get for free,
Yeah.
and then after that, then you would have to, I'm guessing you would have to probably upgrade your Ultimate Pass to a much higher paying price point for you to actually still continue that service.
I think they just take the account that you already have with Game Pass and like create a Hulu account, and then you just be charged, you know, separately for each.
Actually, hey Rathcon, if you're still in the chat, have you heard anything about this?
So
See if he gets back to me. He
I don't know.
hears a lot of this news. He's kind of a little bit in the biz. We'll come back to that. All right. So, Dying Light 2 had an initial scare and then flipped it right back around.
yeah.
So, a lot of people right out the gate were like, Dying Light 2, the next Cyberpunk 2077, like just nonstop articles of that. But it was quickly pointed out to me by the other members here that day one patch fixed 90% of all issues in the game.
Yeah.
Take
I mean-
notes, CD Projekt Red.
Everybody take notes. Yeah, Dying Light 2, you know, I forgot what developer is. Their staff, they put out an announcement, you know, before, because they saw this coming. They're like, hey, if you got the physical copy of the game early, you know, because you know somebody or whatever, don't play the game until the release date, because you're not going to get the day one patch. The game is broken before the day one patch, and we understand this.
Yeah.
And then their day one patch came out, and it was like over 1,000 bug fixes. They're just hit it with a baseball bat, just take it to the face.
You know, the funny thing
At
is,
least
though, it's a good thing that they did that, because I've been playing the game for at least, I don't know, a few hours or more, and in the first couple hours, it wasn't that bad. But the game is still kind of broken. Like, it does not perform quite up to par, but at the same time, It's not like Cyberpunk. It's definitely not that broken. It's not so broken that it can't be played. But I was playing with my buddy earlier, and he had a glitch happen in his game where he couldn't even see the buildings. That's like the main part of the game is running on the buildings, you know. So he was like falling through stuff. He was able to see things through the walls. He's like, oh shit, that's where that chest is right there. And I was like, all right, well, we just kind of took advantage of it for a minute.
Hold on one second. Rathcon, have you heard anything about Gamepass adding Hulu? That was the question. All right, sorry, continue.
Well, that was pretty much it. But I mean, yeah, like the game, maybe not as broken as Cyberpunk, but
Yeah,
it's still kind of broken a little bit. It's got some problems, but
yeah, I'm sure it still has its issues.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it's just kind of expected nowadays. But
It's
honestly,
terrible that we're at that point.
something
though.
else. Well, something that one of my buddies was telling me as we were playing the game, he's like, you know, the thing about these games now is like, we really shouldn't even be playing this on the PS4 or any console. This is designed for consoles to
You're breaking up there, bud.
backward so that more people play. Sorry, I'm probably speaking too. Coming back.
Nope, you're fully
internet's
frozen.
cut out.
Yeah,
Frozen.
you're coming
Is
back.
it not working?
Give it a good smack.
Alright.
Give it a good smack.
Yeah.
Did you turn it off and turn it back on?
Probably saying way too much.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. No, I'm probably saying way too much for it to pick up.
I think
you're
that was
good.
your,
Is it going through now?
Yeah.
you're breaking up every like
Well, I
small
said-
little bit for me. Yeah, I think I
Yeah,
get
I
what
hate
you're getting
it.
at. You're saying that these newer games are are designed for higher end PCs and the newer consoles, right?
Yes. Well, you heard most of what I was trying to say. So, but I mean, yeah. So that's what my buddy was telling me. I was like, well, you know, I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense why we're having all these problems. We shouldn't even be playing these games on what we're playing them on.
I mean, I don't think it would be that bad. I mean, I did find a Reddit where for bug issues in the game, and I noticed a lot of people on the PS5 were still having issues. The main issue was like that they would just like their screen would just flash black for a couple seconds at a time, or even like milliseconds. So it'd be like quick, but like enough to still annoy you.
Okay, so a Microsoft representative for a company has stated that they are looking to add Hulu to Game Pass. So, less of a rumor. Less of a rumor. Thank you, Rathbone.
Ooh,
So,
They're buying Disney
like it.
now too.
I like it.
yeah,
like
right. It'd be the other way around, I
Well,
think.
one thing I can say about Dying Light was that they actually at least put out some sort of a response well before the game came out, saying, "Hey, just so you know, like this is what's going on." Unlike some other games, which we shall not name, did not, and
The first 10
then
episodes of the
it got
podcast.
So, I mean, at least they recognized that, and they were actually wanting to give a response back to the people that actually bought the game and were invested in the game. They're like, "Hey, we're gonna fix it. Don't worry about it. Just so you know, there is something coming along the lines for it." Which
Yeah,
I respect.
It dropped
10
it
times.
dropped day one. It dropped day one, too.
So
Well,
I
I mean-
respect that tenfold amongst anything else.
Like I said, they plan to have a day one patch to fix a whole bunch of issues. So I mean, it's good for them.
You know,
Um,
Techland has always been pretty good about providing good service for their games anyway, or at least for the one game that they've been, servicing for years until this one now. And I mean, I'm sure they're going to turn it all around. It's going to be a perfect game before it's all said and done. But
Like, I don't
forgot
like
what else I was
zombie
gonna say.
games, but I want to play this one.
Yeah. I'm hoping there's just gonna be a Steam sale soon in a couple months, and then I'll pick it up.
It's kind of the boat I'm in. Like, I don't know if it's something I want to drop $60, $70 on right now. Like,
well, I will say this: aside from what problems it has, it is a very smooth experience. Like the parkour, I didn't honestly think they could make it better than what it was in the first game. but I would have to say that they have. Like, it's just got way more abilities when it comes to movement. Like you really feel unstoppable when you're like just going just anywhere, like up rooftops and just down the sides of buildings and just running across the sides of things. It's very smooth.
Yeah, I watched a little bit of gameplay on it. It looks fantastic. Like, still know what I'll get it on. That's a tough question.
Abilities are endless.
Yeah. With me, you know, if it's cross platform, you know, get it on PC.
All right, so
I mean, I imagine it's so cross play.
is it crossplay?
I don't know about that. I couldn't tell
It
you.
might not be.
Like,
I think-
I wouldn't take that for a crossplay game.
I think they said it's cross gen. They confirmed that it was cross gen, but I don't think
Yeah.
they confirmed it was
Yes.
cross play.
Like,
Yes.
Yeah, we knew it was cross. We knew it was cross gen. All right, so Pokemon Legends Arceus, estimated so far 6.5 million copies sold. Coming out at one of the strongest openings for a game for the Switch. Yeah, I got a bone to pick. Game Freak, got a bone to pick. Give me a goddamn character creator, please. Game Freak. I'm not 10 years old. Let me look like, Mr. Miyagi. Like, let me make an old man with a beard. Come on, Game Freak. All right, rant over.
Okay. I mean, I haven't played a Pokemon game since I was. Actually, I played a Pokemon game like 2 years ago, but it was old. It was
So, like, I got. So,
red.
when we were in the hospital, like, I went ahead and got Pokemon Shield because Arceus wasn't out yet. And I grabbed Shield. And you choose from one of 4 generic young boys or 4 generic young girls. And that's your character. Same thing with Legend of Arceus. And you choose from 4 young boys or from 4 young girls. And it's awkward.
Why is it awkward?
Because I'm in my 30s playing a Pokemon game and pretending to be a 10-year-old boy. It doesn't feel right.
I mean, that's what the Pokemon games are about. They've always been about following the adventure of the young person, the young protagonist.
Yeah, but he wants to be a man making monsters kill each other. You know?
Emotional damage.
You know?
Like, I want to run around looking like a Viking throwing Cubone at people, you know?
All right. Well, I mean, when you say it like that, 'cause, I mean, sometimes like I dislike the character creation because I'm like, I don't want to spend the first hour of the game making a character that looks like me. I'm just gonna keep clicking random until I get as close as possible, and then I move it on.
You okay? No.
But that's just my thoughts.
You still stuffy?
I'd say probably the last Pokemon game that I played is, I wouldn't really consider it like really a game. It's just Pokemon Go every now and then.
Yeah. Oh,
And that's
man.
when I'm like really bored.
Oh.
Then I'll go in there. I'm like, oh, okay, let me finish this quest. Let me do this quest really quick. And then I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I got to get back to adulting. Never mind.
Yeah, I remember like when Pokemon Go came out. I played it for like a good 2 weeks, but like that first 2 weeks that Pokemon Go came out, like the world was at peace. There was no violence at all anywhere. It was the most peaceful time. Everyone just wanted to go run around and catch Pokemon and go to like their nearest shop and like get some Pokeballs or whatever. Those were good times. I mean, also people were being really, really dumb and stepping out into traffic. But
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
You see those people like just
Well,
walking off
but-
bridges and
there
stuff.
was no war.
I remember
funny.
reading a news report about how this chick was playing Pokemon Go, and she walked out into traffic and got hit by a car and caused like a 4 or 5
you.
car pileup.
Oh man, I heard that so many times. I mean, I remember Like,
Wow.
because my girl was working in the emergency room at the time. You know, she's still like, oh yeah, we just got somebody that just got hit by a bus playing Pokemon Go. They just walked right out into the street. Just whack 'em.
Ew, whack-a-mole.
That's why they added the I am being safe button when you first open the game.
Oh
Yeah. And half of the people aren't being safe at all. They just
I
quickly
am-
kick. There's like
Oh.
these terms and agreements. No, I accept.
I would be lying if I said I didn't put the phone on my motorcycle mount and I took the bike out. It was just getting it, playing Pokemon on my whole motorcycle. Yeah, that was not safe.
Yeah, no.
I only did it
Yeah.
a few times.
I haven't done that. Like I have gotten like taken the gotcha bracelet on the bike. So
Mm.
I don't know if
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what
Yeah.
yeah. So that kid.
Oh.
Yeah, she's not feeling good. So all right, so this
Oh.
next one blows my mind. Saudi Arabia, the country, is investing in video games. So they have
I guess why not?
acquired a 5% stake in Capcom and Nexon. So for a total of $1 billion.
I almost said something like extremely fucked up, and I'm gonna say it anyway.
Go for it.
Oh
It's
man.
fucked up. So Saudi Arabia found out that that Mexico was using Grand Theft Auto cartels were using it to recruit people. So Saudi Arabia was like, we might as well recruit terrorists through Mortal Kombat. So let's do that.
Wow.
And this is why I
And-
use a headset.
Sorry. We might catch a little bit of shit for that one. My bad. If a lot more people start
These are
watching,
big.
we're gonna catch a lot of shit for that one.
You said the T word.
I did.
Well, this video's not gonna be up for long.
We'll be all right.
That's
We'll
worth
be
$1 billion investment.
Well, and Griff's like instantly red. Instantly. No mid shade. Just
I just
Just like when I called you a year ago to be a guest on this podcast, I knew I was making a bad choice. And at some point, I knew that this was me in the ass.
oh,
And this is that moment.
that's good though. That's good. I didn't think about that. I didn't think about that. Cause like I never thought of like Saudi Arabia like as that way. So, but
No,
I don't want to
think
say that
Saudi
I can't
Arabia-
not see it now.
I don't think the official Saudi Arabia government would be behind this.
Yeah.
Because who am I thinking of? Does ISIS still exist? Or
Do what?
Does ISIS still exist, or did we fuck them up?
Pretty sure
Um,
they still exist. We just stopped talking about them.
Oh,
yeah.
just
So,
like COVID. Just
we
like
got-
COVID.
Kind of.
We got-
you never
we got
really
the
hear about
leader.
COVID now.
Yeah.
when we're done, I'll instruct them. Okay, honey?
And ISIS is in Saudi Arabia, right? So that's where I was making that connection.
Are they? I guess so. Like, I'm American, so I don't know my geography. But my
In
daughter's
the
gonna tear
cartoon-
up this whole office. She's like,
Sorry.
she's trying to like hang from the cord that my stage light is on. I gotta think about that. I'm gonna have to research that more before we say anything else. So we're gonna move on for a second.
Okay.
Okay, so do you guys remember Gary Bowser?
No.
Okay.
The only Bowser I know
Mario,
is a dinosaur.
bro.
So
is a gigantic turtle.
his name is very ironic, okay? Gary Bowser was part of a hacking network that would make mods for the Nintendo Switch so you can download and play whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
So he was a Nintendo pirate named Bowser.
Nintendo pirate.
Yeah. So, bless you. All right,
I'm sorry. I'm like super distracted just watching her go around in circles. I just keep saying, I'm like, she just pops in, pops out, pops out. I'm sorry. I'm super distracted. I have ADHD, I know.
Yeah, no, so like she was like doing like loop-de-loops around my light over here. So he's part of this. I forgot the name of the organization that he was a part of, but he was the only one they caught, and so he is taking the full rap of all of them. So he's getting hit with up to 5 years hard time. He is getting from America a $4 to $5 million fine, and he's also getting sued for $10 million from Nintendo.
Well,
yeah, that's a
his
wrap,
life is
bro.
done.
I mean, did he
that's
make
a wrap,
that
bro.
much money? Did he make that much money
So,
from the mods he sold and everything?
Collectively, they made like tens of millions. Collectively.
Never
But
mind.
I don't know if he has that money.
We're not.
So, what are you doing?
I've never understood that about lawsuits when they
Okay.
sue the average Joe for like $10 million, and I'm just like, man, I don't have that money. I'm not even gonna be able to make that much money in my lifetime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the point? Why would you do that? It's rude.
Literally, with him working, he's never going to get a paycheck. Once he gets out, they're garnishing. He's done for. Like, he's never going to get a paycheck. Pretty much.
I can't even afford ramen noodles, man. Come on, man.
Working at a soup kitchen so he can afford to eat at the soup kitchen.
Dang.
But a part of me feels bad for the guy, but it's like, you did a crime, not a horrible crime, but you did a crime, so you got to do the time. Like,
You didn't want to hit him with that slogan. But
so like, like the 5 years hard time, I could see that. The $4 to $5 million fine, I could see that. But then turn it around and, Nintendo being Nintendo, they're just like $10 million behind it.
Yeah.
Then
That's
Nintendo
rough.
ninja that behind.
That's rough. 'Cause, like, Nintendo would be the first one to send you a cease and desist. But yeah, no, that's rough.
Like, did he not get any information from Nintendo, like stating that, hey, like, if you continue, we're gonna actually take action?
Like, he was straight up like selling devices to jailbreak your Switch. So like, they couldn't find him directly until he's like, hey, I'm going on vacation in the Keys. And then they're like, hey, you're on the FBI wanted list. Guess what you're not doing? So.
That's a short vacation.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, imagine with what he was doing, he probably wasn't making himself too well known by Nintendo, so they could find him and send him a cease and desist.
Probably. Touche.
Yeah. But like, he is part of a hacker network, and from what it's been looking like, he hasn't given them up either. So maybe they'll foot the bill for him. But all right. I mean, I just always got a kick out of how ironic his name is.
That might be his pseudonym. Because he's messing with Nintendo. Might not be his real name, or it's his real name and he used it as his pseudonym to try to confuse them.
Best place to hide is in plain sight.
Yep.
Indeed.
All right, so very little news on this next thing has actually come out, but so we're just gonna drop. Actually, the next couple of things are just very minuscule. So AMD ready to move on to the next era of their GPUs, confirming upcoming RDNA 3. So their current architecture is the RDNA 2 for like that's where there was it the
60,000 series.
yeah, their 6000 series uses the RDNA 2. They have already confirmed the RDNA 3. They just haven't announced their cards yet. So it's coming, and it's coming soon. Just need somebody to get onto the superconductors, and we'll be good. I'm personally excited for this. I'm an AMD fan, but 3080s, 3090s are better than anything AMD has right now. So AMD, pick it up, buddy.
Their
Anyway.
6900, their 6900s or their 6900 XTs are doing pretty decent. I think.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, they're not bad cards.
I mean,
not bad at all. And it still would be an upgrade to what I have going. So
I mean, at some points I might have chosen like the 6900 XT over like a 3080, just because like the additional VRAM at this point, you know, yeah, the graphic memory is just very helpful because some of these games are starting to get hungry.
yeah,
Very, very hungry.
like I want to see that VRAM stacked pretty high. All right, so then our final topic, Tiny Tina's Wonderlands has already gone gold. Not already, like it's coming out in less than a month, or in a month. So, that's pretty insane for a Borderlands game. I don't think a Borderlands game has ever gone gold before pre-release.
And what is gold? Gold is 1 million?
No, I think it's more than
I
that.
think going gold doesn't it usually mean that it's like being printed on a disc?
No.
No. I
Because-
think you're thinking about like studio albums, like when like when Usher would release a studio album, it would go gold, and they give him like an actual gold record to show that it went gold. It just means
So,
they
like-
sold so many copies.
Yeah, because CD
think-
Projekt Red went platinum pre-release, which is why I got so much backlash. Because it was so many people had bought in the game, and like they went platinum like 2 months prior to the game coming out. But no, this is pretty good for a Borderlands game. They've already like started. What is it?
So Google was telling, I don't know if Google is wrong, but Google was telling me that going gold for a video game is industry speak for a game being completed. As in the
Yeah,
game
that's-
will launch without any unfinished areas.
Okay, so that was kind of what I meant. I guess I didn't say it right.
That doesn't sound. That both sounds right and wrong. Now I feel like a complete idiot.
I do
I've
too.
heard,
Yeah.
I've heard the term before numerous
Well, 'cause,
times.
like,
but
They were saying that because like is there medals for sales and for? Now I'm confused.
I think
and
it's
this-
just simply a terminology.
And so,
So
this is
from
also
from what I'm reading here means that it's ready. It says this doesn't mean that the game is completely finished, but it says as a common age of digital downloads and day one patch, it means that the game is ready for its release next month.
Give it to me early then. No, wait.
Yeah.
Don't give it to me
Yeah.
early. Don't give it to me early because freaking Witch Queen. I'm taking vacation for Witch Queen.
That's why I said that that usually means that's when they're printing them on discs, because usually it takes about a month for them to get a bunch of discs made and printed, so that way they can put them in stores for physical copies.
I'm wondering if they're going to do physical copies at all.
I don't know.
Because on
Yeah.
PC, they're following the same contract that they did with Borderlands 3, and it's going to be on Epic before Steam. Like if you go on, you can buy it on Epic. You cannot buy it on Steam.
but it's still coming out for PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 and Xboxes, and so it still has to be on
Yeah.
a disc of some sort.
Maybe.
For some people, yeah.
Y'all are making too much sense.
It,
I'm only
So-
through a beer and a half here.
but also the Recording Industry Association of America, they say going gold is 500,000 copies being sold, and going platinum is 1 million copies being sold. But you know, this
For
is
the
also
music-
this is for music.
Music industry. Yeah,
Yeah.
so music and gaming are using each other's terms, but in very different ways.
Yeah.
Can that still happen though with the way streaming works today? Like, can you still sell that many records?
Probably.
Yeah,
not.
because they're
Yeah.
probably yes, because if you purchase, you can still go in and still purchase the actual album. It still counts as, to my knowledge, it would still count as a sale.
Yeah, but I think
yeah, it
what
would.
we're trying to say is how many people actually do with streaming. I mean, I'm sure there are still people that buy full albums, but if you can just, have a streaming service like Spotify or iTunes or something like that, I mean, you essentially have access to everything already.
Yeah. I haven't
That's
bought
true.
it. I haven't bought like an album since like 2005.
Yeah.
I mean, what I've still yet to see an FYE open.
Good God, FYE.
He's a
Like,
thing still.
Forever ago. That was
Man.
forever ago.
yo, I haven't seen an
FYE.
FYE open.
Good God.
Oh my God! Now I gotta Google FYE. Jesus.
Oh,
I'm sure
man.
there's still one somewhere.
They're probably apparently there's still from what I've heard. No. There's an area around where I'm at. It's like I think it's like 45 minutes away, where a Blockbuster is still open.
What?
No.
No way.
That's a lie.
I'm coming down. I'm coming down. We're
kid
gonna
you
get
not.
pictures of this thing.
There's only one Blockbuster store that's still open, and it's in Alaska.
I kid you not. This place, I remember driving by it, and I was just like, "Wait!" And the lights were on, shelves were still had stuff on it. I was like, "Is that Blockbuster still open?"
It's a
I kid you not.
museum. It's a museum. The only active store is in Alaska.
It's a museum.
That was good.
You walk in and like there's these like weird cardboard boxes on the shelf. Those used to have VHS in them. You kids wouldn't know what those are.
That's right.
It's like they make like little activities. So like when you walk in, they give you the the Blockbuster membership card, but it's like your like little digital ID, and you go and you like play little mini games. You put it on the little scanner to show that you play these little mini games real quick. Like rewind the videotape.
My goodness, a Blockbuster card, man. I remember. Oh my goodness, I remember those things. Oh my goodness.
I feel like my parents still have like the little tiny little keychain versions of them on their keys.
Is your dad one of those guys who like had one of those like
Just
TV
just
like
massive.
like the old janitor keychain that's like got 40 freaking keys on it and
Just all of them. It's got Kroger on there. It's got U-Crops, even though U-Crops is gone. Martin's. What is Vic is another one.
Crops and Martins. Oh my goodness.
It's got all those things. Blockbuster Video, Hollywood Video. All those keys.
I'm surprised that Redbox is even still around. I really am.
yeah.
Redbox is because they started a streaming service too
Is it?
to combat it. Yeah, they started a streaming service.
I mean, it doesn't surprise me, but I don't know if I would.
I don't know, man. That's actually not too bad. Thinking about like Redbox now, man. Like if I have to drive and pay $1 for a rental to rent a movie, I might do it. Cause man, I'm looking at like Amazon Prime and like Google
Hey.
TV, and like renting a movie is $20. I'm like, y'all are crazy.
No, I don't do the $20 rentals. I do like the $6 rentals. It's like I'll pay $5 to not
Excuse
put
me.
pants on.
We
I'm
talking
not
about?
gonna say anything. I'm not gonna say anything. I haven't bought a rental in forever.
Yeah, put no pants on, man. You just drive your car up right to the red box. You step out real quick for like 5 seconds. Man, you still in your jammies. Ain't nobody gonna judge you. Nobody can. They know what you're doing.
John just popped in on YouTube. Got to have that Circuit City, Hollywood Video, and Blockbuster keychain ready to go.
Ooh, Circus City.
Hollywood Video.
Oh, Bro, I remember, Circus City was the place.
Good times.
Is that one in
I
Roanoke
would
still
be
open, or are
upset
they
if
gone?
what?
Is that Circus City in Roanoke still open, or are they gone?
Oh, Circus City. All of Circus City went away like
Yeah.
mid 2000s.
I forgot who bought them out.
Nobody bought them out.
I
They
think-
just
I thought somebody bought them out, and then they just went ahead and just closed them all. They bought them out.
I thought they just went under. I don't know. I can't remember.
What are you doing?
I was like 10
Put
at the
that tongue
time.
away. Put your
It's
tongue
just-
away. Put that tongue away. Put that tongue away.
Welcome to Griffcast, starring our new guests.
Little quick question about.
But
Oh my goodness.
What do you
used to
think
go to
about
Circus City's website?
Pokemon? And what does she think about Pokemon and having to create characters?
yeah. So, how do you feel about Pokemon? You like Pokemon? Yeah. What are you doing? You look like you're having a stroke.
Oh no, she's too young. She's too young for that.
What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Believe it or not, you can actually still go online to Circuit City's website.
What?
Oh, really?
Now I gotta find that.
Like legit on the Circuit City website, you can still browse and everything.
Hey, go at your tab.
Who's paying? Who's paying for those servers?
I mean, it looks like they got some up-to-date stuff on there. So
Free shipping? Oh, so Circuit City might still be a thing. What?
They've probably
Ooh, look at
become
it.
an online company only.
oh, CompUSA.
Maybe they saw the future and they just went to digital too quickly.
That's it.
There's still CompUSA's open.
All right, somebody look up Radio Shack. Is Radio Shack still around?
Oh God.
Yes. I do know for a fact that there is a Radio Shack. I can tell you that right now.
What? Why? Does Radio Shack still exist?
Radio Shack. There is, look, store locator. Holy smokes, the amount of Radio Shacks. Okay, let's see the one closest to me.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
I feel like all these places should have gone at some point.
Yeah, there's that one's a hot minute away.
Vala.
Yeah, there's one
Can't hear through a
there's
microphone.
one in
The sound's coming
there's
through.
one that's like maybe 30, 45 minutes away from me.
What are you doing, kid?
It's showing me all the ones that are permanently closed.
You're being goofer. You're being a goofer.
Oh, they're not showing me the ones that are permanently
Alright, go to
closed.
tablet.
Okay.
Call you right
Radio Shack's still a thing.
back. Live it longer, okay?
I just gotta travel. Down
If I
on
get,
Twitter.
Huh?
Oh, there's one in That's good.
oh, Blockbuster was bought out by Dish.
Go with your
Dish.
tablet.
Yeah, Blockbuster is because now if you go to Blockbuster's website, it says looking for new releases, blockbuster.com, where the magic of Blockbuster Video lives on Dish.
All right.
Anyway,
Oh yeah. I'm gonna, you know what? I'm actually, if I ever get a job out in that area again, I'm taking pictures. I'm taking pictures of that Blockbuster.
So there's a trend going around on the old TikTok. I think it's hilarious, and kind of wish I could like show you guys, but like I might link it to you. And it's this the one sound that will separate the generations. For those of us who know it,
oh, you were pouring a beer. I thought you were holding your phone up to the microphone, getting ready to play this. The sound.
sorry,
I was like, okay, let's see what the sound is. Let's see if I
Like-
actually know.
my goal was
The
to get to beer
anticipation
number
was
3
killing
before
him.
the show was done. And then like it'll go through like, you know, for like those of us who remember the sound, you know, we cringe, and you know, those too young to know it, and then it like starts playing like the dial-up sound from like AOL.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yes.
a classic sound, man.
I thought you were gonna like say like some company's little jingle or something. But yeah, that dial-up is indistinguishable.
Well, you know, it's just simply what the internet sounds like.
It's the same thing. It's just it does it a lot faster now.
Yeah.
Oh. Get off
And,
the
like,
computer! I gotta make a phone call.
It used to like that's just like used to freak me out, and I used to think about like what is actually making that noise, or like those actually like components in the computer like rubbing together or something making that noise, or is it like
It does.
it was like the speaker on the motherboard, like back when motherboards actually had speakers. It's
Yeah.
just-
Oh
That's
my
it.
goodness.
That's the one.
Jesus. Man, the number,
Is it two
the
things
number
rubbing
of times.
Like I
remember
get
the
it.
number
Okay,
of
we're old
times
enough to
where I
remember
was
certain
like,
fires with sticks, but come on, man.
Jeez. I remember the number of times I would go in and I would like go through to get on the internet. It was late. And I was like, all right, let me not try. I had to muffle the speaker on the motherboard so it wouldn't make that sound.
There was
Oh
no
my
quieting
goodness.
it. Like the old modems, there was no quieting those. You get online at 2 o'clock in the morning, you getting your butt beat.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
It was so
I
bad.
remember. I didn't know I could buy things on eBay without paying for them. Mom, I need
Oh.
some money.
Yeah. Yeah, my son found out really quick that he can buy stuff online on friggin' on what was it on Amazon. He decided that he wanted to order himself some Paw Patrol cups.
No.
I kid you not.
I mean, there could
I
be worse
kid
things to
you not.
buy.
I completely forgot about that, John. I completely forgot about that. Yeah, because if you called somebody's landline while they were on the internet, like sometimes if it connected, you'd hear them on the internet. Like you would hear the sound in the back. Yeah, I forgot about that. Because then I remember
Yeah.
there used to be like, there eventually became a service that you could pay for through your phone company that would be like, would you like a voicemail if you're connected to the internet? Or would you like an automated response if you're connected to the internet? I remember that.
My parents were super fancy, and they paid to have a second phone line.
Yeah, I was about to say mine did the same thing. Yeah, we got that secondary phone line. Everybody, you should be fine.
My parents were just like, here, you already have one number that you need to memorize. Now here's a second number that you need to memorize. I'm like, what the hell is the second number for? It's for the house. I'm like, we already know the house number. Like, if someone's already on the phone though, you can't call them. And I'm like, but if I use the second line, someone's on the computer, then I don't know what's going on anymore,
All
man.
right, I got a question for you guys. Do you guys, outside of your personal phone number, have any phone numbers memorized from when
Yes.
you were
Yes.
kids? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Like-
when I was a kid.
Oh yeah, I still memorized a lot of numbers, and like I still remember like one of my best friends at the time. I had their number memorized. I forgot where we were doing, and somebody asked me, and I spat out their number. He's saying like, "How the fuck do you have my number memorized?" I'm like, "In case I go to jail." He goes,
Exactly. Just in case. Oh, thanks, babe.
You know, I actually used to be one of those people. I used to have a list of phone numbers that I would carry in my wallet.
Oh wow. I was never like a I don't remember any of my childhood phone numbers because there was a lot of them. Like we moved around a lot when I was a kid. But I remember my best friend's phone number. Like that's the only phone number I remember to this day.
"Go on."
But that's it.
My dad, my dad, when I was living in New York when I was younger, my dad has had the same phone number ever since I was younger, and I'm talking like when I was like first born. We were living in like a little 3-bedroom little brownstone house, or not even a house. It was like a little apartment. and he still has the same phone number still to this day. He never answers that line ever. He still has the same. He still has it. I can call him on it. It still takes it to voicemail. If I ever need to get in contact with him, I just call his cell phone numbers because he never answers that line.
Oh, it's the same, the house line.
Yeah, same house line. It just and it rings. Like when I was working in New York a couple of years ago, I could call it and it would ring.
Mm-hmm.
Like normal. And he's just sitting there on the couch, just letting it ring. And I was like, "You're not gonna answer that, Dad?" He's like, "Oh, I already know who it is." I'm like, "Who is it?" He's just like, "It's a telemarketer." I already know. I was like, "Then why don't you get rid of the dang number? Just get rid of it."
My parents are the same way. They still have their landline, and then like somebody calls it, they're just like, somebody try to get something. Ain't nobody got this number. Nobody I know has this number.
Exactly.
This goddamn house.
All right. So we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. Thank you for coming out tonight. Thank you for everybody who's watching. Thank you everybody who's going to watch later.